Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Emmy, and today we're going to take a look at BlackBerry's latest flagship, the BlackBerry Torch, currently being offered by AT&T. It's a quad-band GSM phone, tri-band 3G. Phone weighs in at 161 grams. Build quality, you've got high-grade plastic here on the display, along with a nice gunmetal gray rim that encompasses the entire display in the top half of the phone. You've got your full slide-out QWERTY keypad here. Again, a nice metal rim that encompasses the entire keypad, goes up here along the top of the phone, and on the back you've got a nice soft rubberized texture coating along with a little rim BlackBerry logo. Size comparison wise, to give you an idea, next to a Droid Incredible, you can see that the Torch is shorter, wider, and again quite a bit thicker. Taking a quick look around the Torch, on the left hand side is your micro USB port. On top you've got a power and lock key as well as a mute key. On the right hand side is the 3.5mm headphone jack, volume rocker up and down, and a convenience key which can be set to launch any application on the handset itself. On the back of the Torch you've got a 5-megapixel camera with continuous autofocus, flash, image stabilization as well as geotagging. It also shoots VGA video at 640 by 480. Underneath the battery cover is a 1300 milliamp battery, rated at 5.5 hours of talk time on 2G, 5.8 hours of talk time on 3G. Underneath the battery cover is a SIM card slot as well as a micro SD card slot. You do not have to remove the battery to replace or exchange the micro SD card. On the front of the Torch, you've got a 3.2-inch HVGA capacitive touch display showing 480 by 360 pixels. It's got a light sensor, a proximity sensor, as well as an accelerometer sensor. Just below the display you've got 4 keys. You've got an end call key, which acts as a power key as well. Got a back key, a main menu key, and a call key. And in the middle you've got optical trackball pad, optical trackpad. I think that sounds a little better. Alright, the phone itself has 512 megabytes of RAM, 512 megabytes of ROM, 4 gigabytes of internal storage, and memory can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of micro SD cards. Offers Wi-Fi BGN, Bluetooth version 2.1 with support for A2DP, GPS with support for AGPS. The processor is a 624 megahertz processor, and the operating system is BlackBerry's latest 6.0 OS. Alright, let's take a little closer look at the user interface on the BlackBerry Torch, and again it runs BlackBerry 6.0 OS, which is the latest version currently available. Start out by the main menu. A couple different ways to open it. When you go to the menu key, it says open tray, tap on it, and there's your main menu. All of your applications. Push it down again, go up to close, and it will close it. You can also just slide it open with your finger as well. Again, all of your applications are available. Slide it down to close it. Phone actually has 5 different menus. You've got your all menu, which has all of your applications. You have a favorites menu. And to add an application to your favorites menu, simply highlight an application. We'll add CNN. Go to your menu key, mark as favorite. Now if we go to our favorites, you can see we've added it to our favorites menu. You also have a media menu with media applications. Media applications, download, and a frequently used. Now you can also navigate between them using the trackpad as well. It's actually a little bit smoother. And then to open an application, simply highlight it, tap on it, and it opens it up. Alright, so there was our weather. And then again, sliding it down will close it. Now you can also open it up part way if you'd like. And again, still scroll between the different menus. So if you've got your top 4 applications you typically use, you can set it up like this and leave it like that as well. So there's a look at the main menu. You also have your communications shortcut up here at the top that you can access either by using the trackpad or simply tapping on it. You can see your mobile network, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Also set it up in airplane mode. Also gives you access to your alarm clock and also access to the options on the phone as well. Phone multitask, holding down the main menu key will open up the Task Manager, and we'll show you the applications you currently have running. Simply tapping on one will take you directly to it. Also give you a look. Let's look at a couple of the applications themselves. Let's look at the calendar, and where's our month view? Here's our month view. No, it's day view. There's our month view. So there's our month view, day view, agenda view. So that's a look at the calendar. Let's take a look at, I guess we'll look at, here's what your email looks like. What else can we show you? How about Twitter? There's what Twitter looks like. And again, it's set up for social networking. You've got Facebook, Twitter, MySpace available to set up as well. So there's a look at some of the applications. All right, on the upper left, just below the communications bar, you have the profile shortcut. In the center, you have your shortcut for messaging, calendar, as well as call log. And then you have a universal search that you can set up to search whatever items you'd like to on the phone. One of the things I wanted to show you, you'll notice the keypad currently, or keyboard, is SureType. You also have a multi-tap keyboard available, as well as your typical full keyboard, and you'll have that both in portrait and landscape, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let's do a little search. Put in Gillespie, hide the keypad, and again it brings up myself, my mother, email accounts, text messages, calendar events, as well as Google search or any place else you might have used your name inside the phone or on the web. So that's a look at the universal search. So there's a quick look at the user interface on the BlackBerry Torch. All right, let's take a look at a couple YouTube videos. And again, this for some reason runs the YouTube client from the 1950s. The typeface is extremely small. You can't enlarge it. In other words, you can't multi-touch or double tap to zoom in, so you're sort of stuck with what's here. It does work, but it's not the easiest YouTube client I've ever worked with. So we'll watch this video. We'll get rid of the incoming call. It's still buffering the video. There we go.
Hello interwebs, it is Wednesday, September 8th, 2010, and the first thing that I want to talk about today is the Koran burnings that are going to happen in Gainesville, Florida. If you haven't heard, the leader of a small Florida church said Wednesday he was determined to go through with his plan to burn copies of the Koran on September 11th, despite pressure from the White House, religious leaders, and others to call it off. Pretty much everyone's like, this is a bad idea. But they are calling it International Burn a Koran Day from 6 to 9 p.m. Bring the children. Now obviously this is a douchey thing, but the smoking gun...
Okay. Always amazed by people. Let's take a look at one more real quick. And again, first you tap on it to get to the actual video. Then tap on watch video. We're buffering. And then hopefully we're off. There we go. Apparently he didn't quite make it to the water. So anyway, there's a look at a couple of YouTube videos in the YouTube client that comes with the BlackBerry Torch.